Hello, Dylan at the Embroidery Warehouse here. Just wanted to go over a couple things on how to set up your machine onto your stand. There's two ways. You can either directly connect the machine to the stand with your larger bolts here, or you can put on these little foot levels and connect your extra table to the top of your stand here via your wood screws that came with your larger bolts, and just move the machine on and off. So you could either have it fixed to the stand or set up on the feeties and leveled out. Okay, for the setup for setting the table onto the frame, we find it easier to put the table down than flip the frame on top of it, so you get leveled out on where, squared out on where you want your table to set up. We'll use these smaller holes here, the smaller screws that were given with you. The only thing on your end you'll need is possibly a drill and a drill bit. One just big enough to fit in that hole. And we recommend just going about halfway down on the drill depth, just so you can get something to grip onto, but it also doesn't split the wood. Now, if you want to connect the machine directly to the stand, you'll need your stand on the ground, and then you'll need the machine and someone else to help you move the machine off what you have it on and onto the stand. Now, underneath here on the legs will be a threaded hole for you to screw your Allen into. Now, what you'll need is a number 10 Allen, which I believe in your toolbox you should already have provided. And you'll just tighten this down right there into your machine. Let's say your machine's on the other end. We're just using this angle as an example, so it's easier to visualize. Now, on the back end, there's a sliding hole here, so you can adjust your machine and get it to fit squarely. So the two anchor points, what I would do is just kind of put a couple thread twists in to the machine and then set up your back ones. And then once you got every hole situated, then you could start tightening down all 4 bolts. So when you go to drill your hole, I put a little bit of tape so I know about how far down I'm going, and I'm gonna go directly in and just drill. And here's another angle there for you. And for putting the screw in, I would recommend a Phillips screwdriver instead of a drill, just so you can feel your way in and not overdo it accidentally. All right, so next we're going to demonstrate the little foot screws that come with your machine. So this right here is the bolt that you can adjust up and down on the machine, and the nut to adjust to level it out basically. Or you could just have them all the way flat, whichever is your preference. All right, this next part, you might want assistance in getting someone to help you tilt the machine sideways. We have a couple guys here doing that now. But at the bottom right here, and I'll have pictures in this video, is where you can thread in this foot leveler here. And then, like I said, you can use this to adjust how high you want it. There is 4 altogether. So I got the front, here's the back. All right, and then you can gently set it down. And there it is. And And you'll just repeat that for the other side. All right, next we're going to be putting the machine on to the stand and connecting it via the bolts. So of course you'll need a couple of people just to get it over. And then I myself will help kind of guide it in, make sure they put it on the right ones. All right, straight down. That's good there. And then from there, I'll move over here. We go in and try to level the holes out here. Once you have all 4 bolts in, you can go and tighten it up with your 10mm Allen wrench. And you might have to loosen these 2 bolts on both sides just to give it a little pitch, so you can tighten all 4 on each leg. All right, and with a walk around, this is how everything should look. The little connection table on the bottom, that has the spacers in between to hold it in place. That's your butterfly set up on its machine.